ever pondered what happens to a city and its people after a catastrophic event? Today we turn the pages of history and delve into the book of Jeremiah 40 to explore the aftermath of Babylon's invasion of Jerusalem. After the Babylonian army ransacked Jerusalem, leaving it in ruins, life had to move on. The ones who could, fled, and those who remained strived to live among the ruins. The chapter we're discussing today paints a vivid picture of the life of the remaining Judeans. First, we learn about the fate of the prophet Jeremiah. Blending in with the captured populace, the Babylonian king, upon realizing his presence, immediately ordered his release. Jeremiah was treated with kindness and given the freedom to choose his path. After their triumphant return, the Babylonian army appointed Gedaliah, a Judean, as governor to manage the remaining populace in Jerusalem. However, they were required to pay tribute to Babylon annually. Towards the end of the chapter, we delve into a conspiracy of assassination. Ishmael of royal lineage plotted to assassinate Gedaliah. Whether driven by resentment, rebellion, or nationalistic fervor, his plot was revealed to Gedaliah, who remained stubbornly incredulous. The primary focus of our discussion today is the prophet Jeremiah's decision post the national disaster. He was faced with two choices. The first was an invitation from the Babylonian king, who recognized Jeremiah's talent and promised him a comfortable life in Babylon. The second choice was freedom. He could go wherever he wished. Even if he chose to return to the remnants of Jerusalem, he would not be ill-treated. The prophet was presented with many gifts and provisions. The choice may seem simple, but its implications were profound. If Jeremiah chose to settle in Babylon and accept the king's rewards, he would be seen as a traitor by the Judeans. On the other hand, if he returned to live among the survivors in Judah, he might not be welcomed either. After all, his prophecies had come true, and the people bore resentment. However, Jeremiah chose to live among his beloved people in the devastated city, understanding that God had plans for his future ministry. Faced with the decision between two cities, Babylon and Jerusalem, they represented different spiritual meanings and symbolized the choices faith followers must make in their journey. Babylon, derived from the Tower of Babel, signifies confusion. As recorded in Genesis, people, once unified in language, sought to defy God's rule by building a city and a tower that reached the heavens. God confounded their language, leading to their dispersion. From then on, Babylon symbolized self-centered pursuits of personal worth, using politics and false religion to gain worldly authority and glory. Jerusalem, on the other hand, symbolizes God's dwelling place and the location of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. It represents God's place of redemption and a symbol of peace and justice. In a believer's journey, life is a series of choices between these two cities. If one desires to be closer to Jerusalem, one must distance from Babylon. Otherwise, like the captured Judeans in Babylon, they would become the slaves of a fallen nation on the path of faith.